welcome back to another comparison video where we're going to be comparing the favorite Drive Club on the PS4 versus Gran Turismo. These two games have been pitted against each other for a little bit on the, behind the scenes here, and I want to kind of draw some or bring some light to this particular situation. One game is definitely running at 30 frames a second and is about, I don't know, 7 years old. The other one is running at 60 frames a second. Is technically a next generation experience. It's cross-gen, yes. But we're going to go semi-deep into what the differences are between these two titles and what are the strengths and weaknesses. Let's get this started. Drive Club, as you can clearly tell here, has a lot of stuff going on here. You got a lot of pedestrians on the side of the road that takes pictures. I think they're rendered at half the frame rate too sometimes, depending on the workload of the game. But you have the motion blur, excellent motion blur here. It is 1080p and it has very poor anti-aliasing, but you have, it gives the sense of it being alive by the amount of track detail that they have. The trees in the background actually blow in the wind. There's litter, debris, tires, all sorts of things, and the camera is very dynamic. If you accelerate, you lurch backwards. If you brake, you lurch forward. That's what makes the thing feel alive here in Drive Club. Versus you have this seemingly sterile looking game. Now forget that it is running at 60 frames a second most of the time there, but the lighting is definitely not stylistic. It is realistic, and sometimes that is just definitely boring to some people. I would say if I ever were to criticize Gran Turismo, is to add things like debris on the road that blows and stuff like that, trash, whatever the case is. Have the trees in the background blow instead of being as still as it is. It's completely still. Granted, this game has a lot of physics calculations and simulations. So they need to give it some more overhead, if you ask me, to give it that live feeling. It's not that Drive Club is doing so much more, because it's really not. There's things like butterflies and birds and stuff like that. You get that a little bit with Gran Turismo, just nowhere near the amount. And yes, this game is running at 30 frames a second. Yes, this game is an old game, but there's some things in this game that definitely hasn't been topped as of yet. I mean, it's just flat out. But in terms of track detail, it's half the detail as Gran Turismo, not because of the frame rate, but it's just less detail, period. You know, that's just what it is. And yes, this is a cross-gen, and this is the next generation one, the Gran Turismo one, but still, you look at this and there's a lot of shit going on. The realistic lighting is what really kicks this shit off. Both of them have motion blur that just looks absolutely stellar. But the thing that really makes this game, Gran Turismo, look so sterile is that there isn't like debris on the road or anything of that nature. None of that is happening. And you don't have the trees in the background blowing in the wind. So that's the thing there. But what we're going to do now, towards the end of the video, I believe, is we're going to take a listen to the sound quality of both games. Drive Club has always been known for really good sound quality, and Gran Turismo wasn't. So let's take a listen. Let's hear it. As a bonus, I just want to throw this in there. What the fuck? We need water effects like this. Why? Why can't we have this? Please. Please, Sony. Please, Capcom. Anybody.